Hey, it's me, Bob and this is going to be a chapter-by-chapter review of Bob Chipman, aka MovieBob's book, Super Mario Bros. 3 Brick by Brick. Now, I was pretty interested in this book that he wrote. What's pretty much about is, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, but it's not just by talking about every level, every enemy, or, a book form of a let's play, but he goes into, well, according to him, it goes into deeper analysis. I haven't really read the book. This is pretty much a kind of like a blind run, I suppose. Well, except for the intro, I did read that, but pretty much I'm gonna read each chapter, take some notes, and review that chapter. Again, this is going to be mostly blind, but I'm really interested of what Movie Bob has to say. For those who don't know Movie Bob, I used to be a fan of him. He's also known as the Game Overthinker. Early on, I was a fan of his video, but like in the middle, like I guess I don't know his episode, but later on, I starting to not become interested in his videos. Starting to disagree with some of this stuff, like how gaming today is kind of the downfall. While gaming back then, when I guess platformer used to rule the video game world, I suppose, was the king, but now it's this dark shooter, which he seems to dislike. Maybe not to extreme hatred, but it seems like those who are a fan of those games, he classifies as those jock gamers that doesn't really play much video games, play only like the Call of Duties or Madden, and don't consider them as real gamers, which even if you're only interested in shooters and sports games, I still consider you a gamer. I don't think it's I guess professional to exclude people, though I haven't been keeping up with much of his videos lately, but enough with the his show. Let's get on to the book. Look at the book cover. Well, in this video, I'll probably just gonna put the picture of the front cover. It's actually a pretty nice cover art, and it also got some neat pictures inside the book. Now, the people who did the art, let's see, it credited two people, Charles Verdon and John Kay. I think they did a pretty good job with the art. Kept it with the Super Mario Bros. 3 style. It looks pretty good, so props to them. And before I begin the actual epilogue of the book, I want to read this the back of the book, see what it says. It's not going to be reading everything. It's just bringing out some of the points in the book and pretty much give that section each little review. So anyways, let's read it back. In 1998, Mario was soaring both in popularity and through the skies of his new game Super Mario Bros. 3. Decades later, this game still holds a place of honor as one of the greatest games ever made, long after video game technology has advanced by leaps and bounds. In this book, Bob Chipman, aka Movie Bob, explores the history of Mario, recap his experience with the iconic primer, and examines Super Mario Bros. 3 in great detail, every enemy, level, and power-up. He examines each twist and turns, notes which developments will change the industry for years to come, and why this game still holds up decades after its release. Bob Chipman is best known for his wiki programs as The Game Overthinker at ScrewAttack.com and MovieBob at The Escapist, escapistmagazine.com, which I believe he's no longer a part of. Okay, now let's get into the I got the book in my hand. I'm not sure if you're hearing the page turning. I also got some notes right here to pretty much keep me from going off topic here. But pretty much one of the things I noticed is I wouldn't call it a sentence error in the first sentence, but it's one of those sentences that you have to look at twice to really understand it, because, well, I don't think it's technically wrong, but I think he could have phrased it much better. Let me just read that one, and hopefully you see what I mean. Why write a book about Super Mario Bros. 3? I'm going to assume somebody is asking that question. I am, and I'm the one writing the damn thing. Now, reading it out loud, it probably doesn't sound too off, but, reading it, it says I am, comma, and I'm. That kind of drew me off a bit. I'm not sure why. It's just one of those things that looks awkward, but probably saying it out loud doesn't seem as awkward as, as I make it out to be. But that's kind of the least of the problems, or at least what I heard of. I heard critics doesn't give this book any good reviews. At best, they usually get like 2 out of 5 stars. But I haven't read the book completely. Try to look at this at fresh eyes as possible, and want to give it a chance. See if the critics are wrong or if they're right. Now, to pretty much narrow down this introduction, he compares Mario to Bugs Bunny and Elvis as terms of how big of an icon he is. Like when you think of cartoons, you think of Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, and music, Elvis or the Beatles. And when you think of video games, you think of Mario, which fair comparison. Now he keeps asking this question, why Super Mario Bros. 3? And that's a question that he doesn't answer right away. I guess he kind of, doesn't really go off topic, but it's kind of, I guess distracting, is like saying, why Super Mario Bros. 3 instead of, Super Mario Bros. Which is the most iconic game, or Mario Bros. Or Donkey Kong, which is the first Mario games, yada yada yada. A little annoying, but again, no big deal. He also mentioned, other video game reviewers like Ben Nazi Corsair of Zero Punctuation, which I believe is also a member of the Escapist website, and of course Jane Ross, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd. I just try to read my notes here, sorry about that. But it's just pretty much talking about why he wants to choose Super Mario Bros. 3, and I guess he's trying to explain the game in a new way that like no other gamers has. For those that don't know, MovieBob is also a film reviewer or critic, and he kind of compares the two mediums together. I wonder why video game has this empty niche, and what he's trying to do is do like a shot by shot analysis that film writing does, but bring it to video games, which in the book, when I read this, it sounded like he's doing a let's play, but in a book, which is an interesting idea, I suppose, but he's claiming that it's much deeper than that. So maybe when I read on, I'll probably understand what he's trying to accomplish with that. Excuse me. But that's pretty much it. Just give a little introduction to himself and what he's trying to accomplish here. But Before I leave you on this note, I just want to read the very first page. It's too quick. It's pretty much him dedicating this book to some people. The first one he lists off is Shigeru Miyamoto, aka the creator of Super Mario Brothers, the series. And under that he said, "For saving my life more times than he knows." So apparently this game means a whole lot to him. The next one is Christopher and Catherine Chipman. And under that he put, "For always being there." I'm assuming that's his father and mother. Peter and Patricia Chipman, "For everything." That's re-put under there. Guessing brother and sister. And Another Memory of Evangeline Chipman. I'm assuming grandmother. And under that, for setting an example. So I'm sure this is unintentional on his part, but he put Shigeru Miyamoto over pretty much his family. Again, I'm sure that's unintentional, but but then I heard some of the although I didn't read the whole book entirely, I did listen to some reviews, and there's one part that, when I get to it, I may do a little rant on that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But this may be a bit of foreshadowing. But anyways, that's kind of my I guess my little review of the intro. Although this is not much of a review, or at least it's not much to review on just that. But tune in next time when I read about chapter 1 and pretty much talk about that. Of course, it's going to be spoilers. I should have mentioned that early on, and I apologize if I spoil anything. Which, I don't think I spoiled anything major, but later on I probably will. Most likely will. So, anyways, this is me, Bob Chipman, and hopefully this book will provide an interesting experiment.